Hello, Internet, it's D. Two more Color Mind algorithm makeup palettes, and then I will have done 7, and I will declare myself master of making any colorful eyeshadow. Well, okay, probably not master. That would imply some probably like years of experience and hard work. Maybe an apprentice. But it's a start! So, our penultimate palette, so to speak, is this one. It's a nice, cool-toned but colorful palette. Maybe those will finally be coming back in style soon. One can hope. Not that I really care if I'm on trend or not, but when things are trendy, they're easier to find and buy in stores. So that's always a plus, if I like the trend. If I don't like the trend, then that means there's a whole bunch of stuff I don't want at stores and I can't find anything that I like, which is kind of how it's been lately. So change, I would like some, yes, thank you. Here is my recreation of our palette on my arm. Yes, there is a yellow on there, it's a very, very light yellow, and so it blends in with my very, very white skin. I've already got my base face done, and I've primed my eyes, so we can just dive right in. Oh, and as a bonus, Palette Mountain is only 3 palettes tall today, as opposed to, like 5 or 6. So, less things for me to knock over. Technically, I could have probably kept this just to 2 palettes, but there was a yellow that I liked in this palette a little bit better than my good old standby Take Me Back to Brazil. So, I'm just gonna use it. I haven't used this palette yet in a video, so why not? This is the Essence Fairy Wings and Magical Things palette. It's like this super cute, just delightful little pastel palette. Unfortunately, because they're such light colors, some of them aren't as pigmented as I would like, but I guess that's kind of a risk with the territory. But when you're just feeling that light, happy pastel vibe, good selection. Specifically, I want to start with the shade Fireflies. Why that one? Well, mostly because it's the lightest shade on this palette, so if I'm gonna put it somewhere, it better be the one I start with and not the one I end with. Otherwise, we're never gonna see it. I'm just gonna start by just plopping this down up here. Once everything else is on here, we're probably really only gonna see it like way up here by my brow bone, but that's okay. This is like a very light pastel yellow, so I'm just loading it on there. You know what, while I'm on this shade, just for the sake of consistency, I'm going to take a slightly smaller brush, and I'm just going to run it under my eyes too. Because I know I'm going to be blending some stuff down here, and it can act as a bit of a base for some of that. I'm going to be putting some blues over this as part of the palette, so it might create some green shades, but if it does, I don't care. We can get a little green in here, that's fine. Next, I'm going to be using the Supernova Baked Eyeshadow Palette by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to be using 2 shades out of it actually, specifically Nova and Gemini. Now, both of these are very metallic, shiny eyeshadows, and I am going to still kind of be putting them in my crease, which is something I usually try to go for a matte for if possible, but I really just couldn't find a good gray matte that I had, and honestly, it's not that you, just can't put shiny eyeshadow in your crease. It's more a matter of, well, A, the shininess isn't really going to show up there because it's always going to be, shadowed for the most part. And, sometimes the point of the shiny eyeshadow is, look, it's so shiny. And it's not getting that. But B, anything with a shiny, iridescent, metallic, whatever you want to call it, finish to it is going to emphasize any sort of texture. Which could be, little wrinkles, little funky bits on your skin, dry patches, pores, whatever. And that doesn't mean that you should necessarily always avoid it, because if you like shiny stuff, then put shiny stuff on your face. Who cares? But, you know, you might find you put some shiny thing on and you're just like, whoa, that really brought attention to a thing I didn't want. In that case, you know, maybe try a different color there. However, I'm not the kind of person that's going to say something like, oh, well, it's shiny, so you can't put it there. No, it's just a matter of considering what it's going to do. And hey, you know what? You can try it, and then if you're like, wow, that looks like crap, you wash it off. Big deal. I think I'm going to use this gray kind of like a barrier between the yellow and the blue, just so that we don't get too much green when we get blending, because I do want more of the emphasis to be on the yellow and the blue and not like a green that they come together to make. Now going in to blend. Okay, let's move on to that other blue shade here, Nova. I'm going to take that on a thinner, more condensed brush, and I'm going to try hitting it with a little bit of setting spray to make the brush slightly damp, because I think it's going to bring out some of the intensity of the metallic eyeshadow better then. And I'm going to take that on the inner corner. Yeah, I want to get that really metallic and shiny. And you know what? I'm gonna take it more like 2/3 of the way through, come to think of it. And just kind of leave a little spot here free. I want more shiny. More. Sometimes you wet your brush and then like nothing comes off. And then you go back in and then like, oh yeah, see, there it is. It has to be like just the right dampness. I haven't exactly figured out the trick to this yet. I just know that when it works, it looks really good. Okay. Alright, let's bring out the darker blue here. For that, we're going to our favorite, our standby, our always reliable Take Me Back to Brazil by BH Cosmetics. I am going in to the dark blue shade here. I'm going to start with my thinnest blending brush, I think. If I need it more concentrated after I put that down, I'll switch to a different brush. So what I'm kind of thinking I might do here is take this really dark blue shade and concentrate it on this outer third here, and then maybe take it up and back into the crease a bit, depending on what it starts to do. That's the idea, at least. Okay, so far so good. And blend. And get a little bit more back in there. Ooh, I really like this color it's turning, like in the transition between the lighter blue and the darker blue. Alright, we have gray, we have yellow, we have blue, we have two blue in fact. Looking at it, I feel like I actually might want to go back with the gray a little bit. I think the blue kind of ate it up. There we go. Just to remember, hey, gray is a color in this. Yellow is there, but it is getting kind of subtle. I had an idea. In that Supernova palette, there's actually this gold shade called Phoenix. So I think I'm going to put that in the inner corner to give us a little bit more of a bright, shiny splash of yellow in there too. Just because I like the yellow in this palette. I don't want it to get entirely drowned out. There we go. I think that added some back. So lastly, we have purple, and I think I want to put that more coming off of the blue, the dark blue here, and kind of under into this area. The purple is specifically using that dark purple, which is right next to the blue that I used. Going in with my little tapered brush for this. I'm gonna kind of try to seamlessly blend the blue and the purple. And then just bring the purple down as well. And do it across my lower lid. Kind of have it contrast against the yellow that we put down earlier. I keep saying we. I really don't know why. Maybe somebody is doing this along with me, but I probably shouldn't assume that. Well, the camera shut off again. So I just used that opportunity to put some mascara and eyeliner on and fix my hair a bit. As far as eyes go, we're pretty much done. I've used all the colors on my palette, but I think there's just one other thing I want to do, and that is purple eyeliner, because I have some. I already lined just right along the bottom in black, but I'm thinking I want to kind of bring out a wing in the purple and kind of thicken up the edge with it. Yeah, it's kind of subtle, but it's just, you know, a little extra bit of a statement there. Actually, what might be kind of cool is like running a little bit of a line under it or something. I don't know, artsy, I guess. Let's see if I can repeat that again on the other side. I really don't like the tip of these. I think they're a little too squirrely. Hard to control. I prefer more of the like felt tip liners or like the really short brush tips. If it's too long of a brush tip, it's just so hard to control that line. But these are like the only colored eyeliners I can find. So... well, I think it's close enough. And finally, lips. I do technically have some blue lipsticks, but I don't know, I didn't think I'd like them so much with this, so I'm just going to go with purple. I have a NYX purple lipstick that's a pretty close shade to the one I have here. It's not my favorite formula, but it's what I have. I also don't have a lip liner for this, which never helps matters. I don't know, it's just never something I remember to buy. On the plus side, less butthole lips with this color than the last black lipstick we tried. See, not too bad. Well, a little bit, but... I can hide it. And I'm going to top it off with a sparkly dark blue and purple gloss, just because that's two colors that are in this look, and also I like sparkles. Alright, and I'm gonna call that our finished look. I certainly like how this look turned out. I feel like these are some colors and some color combos I really haven't been seeing around much lately, which is a shame because I really like this. I'm just a real sucker for these cool tones, what can I say? I was hoping now that winter was coming, maybe there'd be more cool tone stuff kind of coming back into stores, but I look online and guess what I keep still seeing? Warm neutrals. So yeah, apparently that just, nope, not going anywhere for a while, I guess. Well, that said, tell me what you think of this look in the comments below. Give this video a like so the algorithm likes me more. Do the subscribe and hit the bell thing in case you haven't yet. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!